4 signs. She doesn't value you. Recognize and reclaim your worth. Have you ever felt like you're giving everything in a relationship, your time, your energy, your commitment, yet something feels off? Like no matter how much effort you pour in, the energy you receive back simply doesn't match. You're not alone. Many men, no matter how strong or confident, find themselves in situations where their worth isn't fully recognized. And here's the unfiltered truth. When someone genuinely values you, it's evident in their actions. It's in the little, consistent gestures that make you feel seen, respected, and appreciated. This isn't about seeking constant validation, because as a high-value Stoic man, you understand your worth stems from within. But let's face it, relationships thrive on reciprocity. In this video, we'll dive deep into 4 key behaviors women display when they don't truly value you. Let's get started. Time. It's the one resource we can never get back. It's finite, it's precious, and how we choose to spend it speaks volumes about our priorities. Now think about your own life. You have responsibilities, ambitions, perhaps a creative pursuit that sets your soul on fire. You have friends and family who deserve your time and attention. And amidst all of that, you're trying to build a meaningful connection with someone who claims to want the same. But here's the thing. When someone genuinely values you, they make time for you. It's not about grand gestures or extravagant dates. It's about the willingness to carve out space for you in their life, even if it's just for a simple phone call or a quick coffee. Think about it. You value your work, so you show up on time, you put in the effort, you strive for excellence. You value your health, so you make time for exercise and nutritious meals. And if you value a relationship, you invest your time and energy into nurturing it. So ask yourself, is she truly invested in spending time with you? Does she initiate plans, or is it always you extending the invitation? Does she seem genuinely interested in hearing about your day, or is she constantly glancing at her phone, her mind a million miles away? If she consistently cancels plans, offers vague excuses, or leaves your messages hanging, it's a sign that she's not prioritizing your connection. We know that when someone values us, they make time for us. Don't waste it on someone who doesn't recognize your worth. Effort. It's the lifeblood of any meaningful endeavor. It's the driving force behind every success story, every achievement, and every relationship that stands the test of time. It's the willingness to go the extra mile, to push beyond your limits, and to strive for excellence in everything you do. It's about pouring your heart and soul into something you believe in, dedicating your time and energy to create something meaningful and lasting. And in the realm of relationships, effort is the ultimate testament to your commitment and care. Think about it. It's the glue that holds 2 people together, the foundation upon which love is built. When you genuinely value someone, you naturally want to put in the effort. You want to show them that they matter to you, that their happiness is important to you. You go out of your way to make them feel special, to create moments of joy and connection that strengthen your bond. You show them that you're thinking of them, that they are always on your mind, even in the smallest of ways. It's not about grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's about the small, consistent acts of kindness that demonstrate your love and appreciation. It's the little things that count. It's about opening the door for them, sharing a laugh, and being there for them in both good times and bad. Maybe you surprise her with her favorite coffee in the morning, a simple act that shows you know and care about her preferences. Or you offer to help her with a task that's been weighing on her mind, easing her burden and showing your support. Perhaps you plan a thoughtful date night, creating a special memory that you both can cherish. Or you simply take the time to listen attentively when she's had a rough day, offering a shoulder to lean on and a sympathetic ear. These efforts, however small they may seem, are powerful expressions of your love and respect. They are the threads that weave the fabric of your relationship. They are the building blocks of a strong and healthy relationship, the foundation upon which trust and intimacy are built. But what happens when your efforts go unnoticed? When the person you care about doesn't seem to see or appreciate all that you do? What happens when you consistently pour your heart and soul into a relationship only to be met with indifference or worse, criticism? It's a painful and disheartening experience. It's a feeling that can leave you feeling empty and unappreciated, as if all your efforts were in vain. It can chip away at your sense of self-worth, making you question your value and your place in the relationship. You start to question your own judgment, wondering if you're doing something wrong, if you're not being enough. You wonder if there's something more you could do, something that would finally make them see and appreciate your efforts. But the truth is, gentlemen, you are enough. Your worth is not determined by someone else's ability to see it. When someone consistently fails to acknowledge and appreciate your efforts, it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their inability to recognize and value the gift of your presence in their lives. It's a sign that they may not be capable of giving you the love and appreciation you deserve. It's not about you, it's about them. And recognizing this can be the first step towards finding the strength to move on. Reflect on your relationship and understand that healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and appreciation, not on a constant need for validation. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and appreciation, where both partners value and support each other, not on a constant need for validation. If you find that your efforts are consistently met with indifference, dismissal, or even worse, criticism, it's a clear sign that you're not being valued in the relationship. It's a sign that you deserve better. Don't settle for anything less. Know your worth and seek out relationships where your efforts are recognized and appreciated. You deserve to be with someone who sees and values the effort you put into the relationship. Don't settle for anything less. Chapter 3. Zero emotional investment. We are, each and every one of us, complex creatures driven by a profound need for connection. This need is not just a fleeting desire, but a fundamental aspect of our human experience. We crave intimacy, not just physically, but emotionally and intellectually as well. It's a yearning that goes beyond the surface, seeking a deeper bond that nourishes our soul. We yearn for someone who sees us, who understands the depths of our being, and who embraces us in all our messy, imperfect glory. This kind of connection is rare and precious. This deep, abiding connection is forged through emotional investment. It's not something that happens overnight, but is built gradually through shared experiences and mutual understanding. It's the willingness to be vulnerable, to open our hearts and minds to another, and to embark on a journey of shared experiences and emotional growth. Think about it. This journey requires courage and a genuine desire to connect. When you genuinely value someone, you're naturally curious about their inner world. You want to delve into their thoughts and feelings to understand what makes them tick. You want to understand their thoughts, their dreams, their fears, and their aspirations. This curiosity is a sign of deep emotional investment and a desire to truly know the other person. You engage in meaningful conversations, you listen attentively, and you offer support and encouragement along the way. These actions are the building blocks of a strong emotional connection. You celebrate their victories as your own, and you offer a shoulder to cry on during times of need. This mutual support strengthens the bond between you. This reciprocal exchange of emotional energy is what breathes life into a relationship. It's a dynamic process that requires effort and commitment from both parties. It's the foundation upon which trust, intimacy, and lasting love are built. Without this foundation, a relationship cannot thrive. But what happens when this emotional investment is absent? What happens when the essential elements of connection are missing? What happens when you find yourself in a relationship where the conversations are shallow, the interactions are transactional, and the emotional connection is sorely lacking? It's a disheartening experience. It's like wandering through an emotional desert parched for a single drop of genuine connection. The emptiness can be overwhelming. You long to be seen, to be heard, to be understood, but your emotional needs remain unmet. This unfulfilled longing can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Some people are naturally more reserved or introverted, and that's perfectly okay. It's important to recognize and respect different emotional styles. However, there's a stark difference between being emotionally reserved and being emotionally unavailable. The latter can be detrimental to a relationship. If you find that your partner consistently avoids deep conversations, shies away from vulnerability, or shows little interest in your emotional world, it's a sign that she's not fully invested in the relationship. This lack of investment can create a significant emotional gap. Remember, gentlemen, you deserve to be with someone who values your emotional world, who cherishes your vulnerability, and who meets you with empathy and understanding. This kind of relationship is worth seeking and nurturing. Don't settle for a relationship devoid of emotional depth and connection. Seek out and cultivate relationships that offer genuine emotional investment and mutual growth. Chapter 4. The Respect Gap. Respect. It's the bedrock upon which all healthy relationships are built. Without it, the foundation of any relationship is shaky at best. It's the recognition of another person's inherent worth, their autonomy, and their right to their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Respect is about seeing the other person as an equal, not as someone to be controlled or dominated. Without respect, even the most passionate love will eventually wither and die. Think about it. Love without respect is like a flower without water. It may look beautiful for a while, but it won't last. When you genuinely respect someone, you value them, even if you don't always agree with them. You make an effort to understand their point of view. You listen attentively to their perspectives. You consider their feelings, and you engage in respectful dialogue, even when disagreements arise. This means not just hearing, but truly listening and responding. You support their goals and aspirations. You celebrate their successes, and you offer encouragement during times of struggle. This mutual support strengthens the bond between you. Respect is not about control or dominance. It's about honoring the inherent dignity of another human being. It's about recognizing that your partner is a person with their own dreams, fears, and desires. Now, in the context of romantic relationships, Disrespect is not simply a box to be ticked. It's an ongoing practice, a conscious choice we make every single day. It's about consistently choosing to treat your partner with kindness and consideration. It's about treating our partners with kindness, consideration, and empathy, even when we're stressed, tired, or overwhelmed. It's easy to be respectful when things are going well, but true respect is shown during challenging times. So how can you tell if there's a respect gap in your relationship? What are the signs that respect might be lacking? It often starts subtly, like cracks in a once solid foundation. These small signs can grow over time if not addressed. Perhaps she dismisses your opinions, interrupts you constantly, or belittles your accomplishments. These actions can make you feel undervalued and unheard. Maybe she makes jokes at your expense, criticizes your appearance, or undermines your decisions in front of others. Public humiliation is a clear sign of disrespect. These seemingly small acts of disrespect, if left unchecked, can erode the very fabric of your relationship. Over time, they can lead to resentment and emotional distance. Now, it's important to distinguish between healthy banter and disrespectful behavior. Playful teasing can be a sign of affection, but it must be mutual and respectful. Playful teasing can be a fun and flirty part of a relationship, but it should always be balanced with mutual respect and affection. Both partners should feel good about the interaction. However, when humor is consistently used as a weapon to put you down or make you feel small, it crosses the line into disrespectful territory. This kind of behavior can be damaging over time. Disrespect can also manifest in more insidious ways. It can be subtle and hard to pinpoint at first. Perhaps she constantly checks your phone, questions your whereabouts, and tries to control your everything. These actions can make you feel trapped and distrusted. Don't settle for anything less. You deserve a relationship built on mutual respect where both partners feel valued and heard. If you recognize these behaviors in your relationship, take them as clear signals. You're a man of worth, purpose, and integrity. Don't settle for anything less than a partnership where your time, effort, and presence are valued. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. If you've been accepting crumbs of attention, tolerating disrespect, or pouring your energy into a bottomless well, it's time to reclaim your power. Share your thoughts in the comments and type if you're ready to step into your power. Start living like it.